up, guys? I'm Daryl Phillips, owner of Noir Apologia Gaming, and I have a question for you. How many of you people that come on here, that come on social media, actually look at a person when they're walking down the street and say hi to them? Let's talk about human interaction. Like, subscribe, share, follow. All the links are below. Sharing is very important to this. Go to bipolarize.net if you want more content. Or if you feel like you want to do more, it has a donate button. I think there's a $1 charge or something like that. Just goes to bills. It's a work in progress, just like I am, just like we all are. Humans can be the most frustrating creatures on the planet. They can induce emotions out of you that you did not even think you had, and they can do it without saying a word or doing anything to you. Some people are just irritating like that. They make you feel intimidated sometimes. Maybe they make you feel small, that kind of thing. You know, shy people and people with low self-esteem can have the hardest time of anyone with this. It's easy for a person with low self-esteem to get on social media because they can hide behind it and they can say that they're social, they're active with humans. It's not true. It's just not true. That's not human interaction. That's talking to people, but you don't really know them. You don't know if they're your friends, and so it affects us differently than other people. When you lose a friend on Facebook, when you lose a friend on a follower on Instagram and so forth and so on, or people get mad at you, or people take something out of context that you really did not mean, you were just joking. Well, you don't know if they're having a bad day because you're not around them. For people with low self-esteem, it's really bad. So we live in a world where we have access to people in China, Afghanistan, Pakistan. I know several people from those places. But do I really? Never met them. We live in a world where we are connected, but we're so very isolated. In my view, it is a very, very bad thing in the long term. You have to have a combination. I'm not saying get off social media. I have to have social media for business. You have to have it now. That's just, you have to be social media savvy to do things now. But how many people are actually going to go to China and visit somebody they've met in China? You don't actually know them. They could literally be living a second life you don't even know. And I'm not saying not to trust people. I'm saying that human interaction, you have to be able to shake someone's hand, see a smile on their face, hear the inflections in their voice. You know what I hate more than anything is when I send a text to somebody and they take it wrongly. I hate that. Don't you guys hate that? It's done because you can't see the full spectrum of emotion on their face. You can't see their shrugging of shoulders when they really don't agree with you. So you think that they've agreed with you on something when in reality they really didn't. They're just telling you what you want to hear. I hate it. I can't read anyone through social media. I can only read you right here. Being social media savvy does not save you. Go outside, walk up to somebody. Well, don't walk up to somebody, but say hi to people. Say good afternoon. How was your day? And actually listen to the response. Human interaction. It's a difficult concept for many people to understand in this society that social media is not the end all be all. It is a great tool. It's what I have to use for business again. It's not the end all be all. Human interaction, touching, feeling, hugging. If you have a significant other, kissing. These online relationships, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen and heard in my life. It really is. It's actually it's just a sad sign that people don't really people are scared to talk to one another now. Does that make sense to you? They really are. It's kind of a sad thing I've noticed. It's something that I really, really would like to change, and I'm trying to change with what I'm doing. Social media can cause a lot of self-worth problems. Someone who thinks that they have so many friends on Facebook or on Snapchat or Instagram and those things, all of a sudden now that they're the man or they're the woman. But in reality, they don't actually have any friends. They're isolated by themselves in a room or in this place, and they don't actually pay attention to their surroundings. You guys know what I'm saying is true. On the opposite hand, what's really bad is when you have a low self-esteem and you're relying on it. So many times I've heard people getting suicidal because they started losing friends or whatever it is. And people have killed themselves. You know this. Over comments made on Twitter and things. I'll be honest with you, I think Twitter is the worst effing place in the world. I just don't like it, but I have to use it, for business. So check this out. Feeling divided is something that's so normal for human beings. We like to make everybody isolated because we label them in different labels. I talked about labels. I'll put a link down below on a way earlier video. I'm probably going to do another video about that actually, but I'll put a link down below for that video that I did back in I believe in December. It's something I can't stand. Labeling of people, that's what divides us. That's what racism is from. I talked a lot about racism and hate and stuff like that back in December as well. Literally connected really to that label video. You're gay, you're straight, you're mentally disturbed, you're not mentally disturbed, you're smart, you're dumb, you're white, you're black, understand it. And I will never get it because I thank the Lord I don't. However, I need to tell you that that's the problem. That us human beings, we like to label. You don't speak English, you don't speak Spanish, you don't speak French. I can do this all day long. We like to label. And then there's, even inside the little labels, there's divisions. Divisions is bad. It's really bad. And social media is a connective tissue. It really is. It's a good thing. But it can be used also as a bad thing because people just think that they don't have to go out and outside their box, as it were. And we've been talking about that. Maybe that's your outside the box. Maybe for the first time you need to go out and start talking to people. Maybe as simple as that, right? So carry your ingredients. Want to, venting, taking advice, no distractions, and knowing you're not alone. You carry your ingredients everywhere you go, and you're not only gonna be confident about talking to other people. It is nerve-wracking. Look, I know you guys see me now. You didn't know me before, right? And I know that sometimes you think, oh well, who is he to say for me to talk to somebody? He's on camera. If you know anybody who knows me, this is new. Keep the steps in mind. Always keep your steps in mind. We just went through all the steps in the bipolar perspective. Watch those videos. Keep the steps in mind, not just the ingredients. Always carry your ingredients, but keep the steps in mind as well, because you might need them too. It's not just for people with low self-esteem. Be understanding. Please be understanding. Some people just really just don't want to. They're introverts a lot of times. Self-esteem issues, so on. They don't want to deal with people. We have to teach them how to. Does that make sense? Be safe to wherever you're going in your travels, whether it be just from work to home or even when you're walking. And please, for the love of Jesus, do not hit me as I'm walking through a Taco Cabana parking lot. I don't know what I'm referring to. Please don't drink and drive. Please. I mean, the bar is calm now. Why? Why put people in danger? Think of other people, not just yourself. May the Lord of Light guide you in all things.